I'm off cycle now, but I have lipids that look like I'm on cycle. And I had to add in the citrus bergamot again to bring my HDL up to 50 and my LDL down to 100. But before it was like 40 and 110. But I was off cycle for months and on HCG, which usually improves your lipid parameters. It's weird. I think just as you get older, you get more muscle mass and maybe you eat more food, your lipid parameters just get worse. Hey, you got your blood work done on cycle, and I wanted to discuss that just to kind of give the audience a little bit of an idea on how terrible or how good blood work can be.
Yeah.
So let me see if we can share it. All right, so let's get started with the cardiovascular health. Right? I saw that your cholesterol is like 67, but you're on Rosuvastatin, 5 milligrams per day.
Yes.
So going forward, what are you going to do with the Rosuvastatin? Because I think the cholesterol is a little bit too low, and I also think if you reduce the Rosuvastatin, I think you're going to get a growth spurt because you do need cholesterol for cell membrane insulation and cell signaling, and just overall health. So so what's the plan going forward with the statin?
I think changing it to like just Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays would be a good change, and then do that for a month, then get retested and see how much that brings it up. So I was for a while just doing it every other day, and then when I went on cycle, I moved it to every day. Probably could back it off.
Yeah. What was your cholesterol when you did it every other day? But that was on TRT or before you went on cycle?
That was from February to February. So for the last year, it was every other day. And it was sitting like total cholesterol would sit at like 100 on that. LDL. Yeah. The LDL was like, it was like 70, sitting around there. So I did not expect it to all drop that dramatically.
No, right.
But it did.
It did. Yeah, when you send it to me, I'm like, oh man, how much statins are you on? It's quite low.
I mean, that's one thing. Like guys tell me, like ask, they're like, well, don't you get side effects from the statin? I'm like, 5 milligrams a day is as low as it goes, with that Rosuvastatin dose, so. The people that experience those statin side effects are doing like 20 milligrams a day and stuff like that. So
no, they do pretty high doses, so you don't have any muscle pain or abnormal bleeding randomly.
Nothing abnormal. Yeah, so it's good.
Good.
Yeah.
So your triglycerides are 72, which is in range, but usually you see with athletes like a triglyceride of 30, 35, 40 milligrams per deciliter. You take your entire dose of growth hormone before bed, right? 18 units pre-bed? Yeah. Yeah. And what was the reason? What was the thinking behind that?
I was just following what the AIDS pamphlet said, actually. But I mean, really, I was like looking through, like, because the Serostim box comes with, the pamphlet, and it's all AIDS research. And I was like, okay, it says do the whole vial before bed. So I was like, all right, that's what I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. Because I'd never done it like that. So I was like, all right, screw it. And yeah, once I did it and I started seeing what was happening, I was like, well, let's just keep doing it. Which I will say, I am switching it now the last week. So like over the last, let's see, from up until the start of last week, it was all Serostim that I was doing, 18 IUs a day, one big dose. Then last week, I switched to genotropin to see if I notice a difference between 18 IUs of genotropin versus 18 IUs of Serostim, dosing it all at the same time. And I didn't really notice any differences. Maybe I felt a little bit more like hand numbness, but nothing significant enough to be like super different. So now I've decided that since I know that they're like the same and it's so much easier to multi-dose with genotropin, I'm splitting it up into 4 shots a day, spread out about every 6 hours or so. So I'm doing about 8 a.m. and then 2 p.m. and then 8 p.m. And then when I wake up in the middle of the night to do my 1 pee break, I'll shoot it at 2 a.m. is usually when I wake up. So I've just been spreading it out like that this last the last couple days. So that's been fun. But I haven't really noticed. Well, I guess I would say I've noticed less hand numbing. So that's pretty much it. But yeah.
But
so I've
did you also get more lethargic? Did you get more lethargic, more sleepy, more water retentive, doing more frequent injections, or?
So like the lethargic thing never, like I doing the 18 IUs all at once didn't really make me lethargic, but I mean, it was all at night. So I was maybe sleeping through it, but I haven't noticed a difference in that, but I don't know. But like, that's something that, you know, I've talked about with Paul is he said he just could not handle, like he said he got up to like 10, 12. I think he pushed it to 15 IUs. And he said he was just so exhausted all day. And I was like, yeah, I don't notice that. So it's weird.
Wow.
It's really weird. But
yeah, when I did 8 IUs, I was exhausted all day also. I was like, I just wanted to sleep all the time. But again, I did like 2 IU shots 4 times a day. So maybe that's a different.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we give it, you know, like I said, I'm just kind of playing with the dosing now. So maybe by the end of this week, you know, maybe it'll be a different story. But as of now, things are still, you know, feeling good. So
right. I wonder if your triglycerides will come down if you don't do the entire full dose before bed, because usually you see these triglycerides this high. And again, this is normal for people, but most athletes, people who are physically active, and especially with the injectable carnitine, triglycerides are really, really low, like 30, 40 milligrams per deciliter. So I think if you switch, please retest it again and then do like a comparison video, because I would like to see the difference on your cholesterol and triglyceride levels after these changes.
For sure.
Because most athletes have a triglyceride level on Sunday morning like this because they ate like an asshole on Saturday evening. So we'll check it. All right, cool. So let's scroll down to HDL 22. That's to be expected.
Yeah.
It's that much steroids. So
even when I was off the last year, I couldn't get it over 25. Like it would not budge.
Really?
Like, it seems regardless of the dose that I do, it sits between, like the lowest that I've seen it is 18 and the highest I've seen is 25. It just floats around there. Wow. It's very, very annoying. It's
so weird. No, but I have the same thing. Yeah. I have the same thing. Like my lipids are like I'm off cycle now, but I have lipids that look like I'm on cycle. And I had to add in the citrus bergamot again to bring my HDL up to 50 and my LDL down to 100. But before it was like 40 and 110. But I was off cycle for months and on HCG, which usually improves your lipid parameters. It's weird. I think just as you get older, you get more muscle mass and maybe you eat more food, your lipid parameters just get worse. Because I used to have like an HDL 50 and an LDL of 110 on 2 grams of steroids.
Yeah.
And now I'm almost 40 and now it's getting more difficult to manage. I think it's just, with time. So you have an HDL of 22. Maybe it will come up a little bit if you reduce the Rosuvastatin and an LDL of 30. So everybody that wants to know about longevity outcomes, anything below 70 is like you're going to live to 200 years old.
It's pretty low. Yeah. The 30. That's the lowest I've ever seen it. So I was surprised by that number.
Yeah, that's quite low. I think if you reduce the Rosuvastatin, you'll probably get a little bit for growth spurt, because I do think you need a little bit of cholesterol and LDL just for overall transport and cell signaling and cell membrane insulation. So I think it's going to do you good if you remove it a little bit. Okay. So apolipoprotein, which one is
B.
that?
That's B.
Because B.
Apo B.
Okay, 44. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Did you check your A1 and your low protein, low A? Lipoprotein, low A levels?
I have before. It was I didn't on this one, but it's the little A. That's the like genetic one mostly, right?
Yeah.
That one has always been I think low is what like very, like in the green, very low. So I think, what is it?
Right.
I think it was like a 9 44. Or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's quite low.
For the little
Okay, no, good. You don't have to recheck all these markers every single time, because if you see a trend that it's always in range, whether that's on cycle or off cycle, you don't have to check it every time you do blood work. So it's good. At least you have enough data to make the adjustments. High sensitivity C-reactive protein is a little bit high, 2.7 milligrams per liter. I would like to see that at a 1 or lower.
Yeah, that's also the highest I've seen that since I got that shot a while back.
Yeah. Has it been chronically elevated since then?
No. So the month after I got that, it was a 9. And then after months after, it was below 1. It went back to normal. But the last 8 times that I've checked CRP, it's been 1 or less. So 2.7 is the highest that I've seen it in a bit. But I thought I wonder if that could be a little bit having to do with the inflammation in my knee. I don't know.
Could be.
If that
could
would play a
could
little
be
role.
injection volume. Like how many milliliters of steroids are you injecting now per week?
So right now, for this test, it was 21. 21 mils.
21 milliliters a week, eh?
Yeah.
Team 3 cc's per day.
Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
There you go. Yeah.
Definitely could be that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not alarmingly high, but of course, with a couple months, you should try to bring that down just to make sure that it doesn't stay elevated chronically. Yeah. Not that it's a super high number, but of course, for longevity and health outcomes, you want that below 1 milligram per liter. And it might just mean that you need a week off from training.
Yeah. Agreed.
Of course, when the surgery comes up, you'll have 3 weeks off from training.
True.
So you get
a good time to
on
test
the best of all worlds. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Creatine phosphokinase, 2,142 units per liter. You are not training hard enough.
Right. Damn it, I want 4,000.
It could be it was 4,000. So I'm sure you've seen it on 4,000 before yourself, right? But that's usually during contest prep when you take clenbuterol and other fat burners, and the CPK levels really shoot up.
Yeah.
So this is actually pretty normal.
Yeah.
For bodybuilders. And then of course you saw that in my blood work that my CKMB, CKMB, myocardial band, was very, very high. Of course that was coming from my heart, but yours is 0. So that's good. Right? All your CPK is coming from skeletal muscle. That's a CKMM, 97%. 97%. So when it comes to CPK levels, everything is coming from your heart. You have from the brain, right? Non-detected. So you're not using your brain at all. You gotta think a little bit harder for the CPK BP to come up. Damn. And the CKMB from your heart is 0, so that's all good. And mine were like 21. Oh, but it's not a percentage, but mine was in a different range. You have a percentage range, but mine was 21 milligram per liter, I believe. Okay. So that's twice out of the reference range. And your CKMM is 98%. So here they calculate a little bit differently. So at least when it comes to your creatine phosphokinase levels, it's all coming from skeletal muscle. So we're good there.